Hi, I'm Johnny. I'm a global artist ambassador for FENIX360, and I'm blessed to be joined today by the music artist, GREG KOERNER. Hey, Greg, how you doing?
I'm excellent. Thanks for having me, John.
All right. Thanks for being on, Greg. I appreciate you, man. And I'm looking forward to sharing some of your music with our audience, Greg. Cool if you tune into your YouTube channel and check out Do One Thing.
Of course.
All right. Let's do this thing. Let's tune into GREG KOERNER with Do One Thing.
When I say go home, time for you to say, come on, say peace. Spring break. That's right, sister. Get down. Funky CP. When I say go, I want you to stay. When I say stop, I want to see you play. When I say push, you can be so fake. When I say stand, it's time for you to sway. Do one thing and you say another. 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 Shake it. When I say straight, I want you to turn. When I say cool, mama, cool, I wanna see you burn. When I say kill, you better put it on stun. When I say lights out, don't let just be. You got to do one thing and say another. Do one thing and you say another. Uh-oh, Bucky's here. Do one thing and you say another. Head on down to my Greek brother. Fly your flag.
Greg, sweet man. Great to share your music with everybody. Thanks, brother. Hey, listen, can you tell me now, where are you from and how'd you get involved in becoming a music artist?
Yeah, well, it's been a long journey. I'm an older gentleman, 55 years old, and living in Florida now, and originally from New York. But I've been playing music since I was 13 years old, so it's been a checkered career. But I've most of my time I spent in New York. And played with a bunch of different acts over the years. For many years, I played with the Grateful Dead's Vince Welnick, who's kind of went all over the country with him. And I met him through my association when I played briefly with Dark Store Orchestra. So I'm kind of in that whole Grateful Dead kind of scene, but I've also toured with Henry Butler, great New Orleans keyboard player, and Charles Neville, the Neville brothers. And I've recorded for many years under my own kind of a trio that I had in New York City called Gent Treadley. But that trio is kind of on hiatus largely because the guitar players passed away a number of years ago.
Right.
But that all that music is on all the streaming platforms, Apple Music and that stuff. But now I'm down here in Florida, living in St. Petersburg, and I'm playing in a bunch of different bands down here. primarily the Joint Chiefs is a trio I have down here with John Zias and Dan DeGregory, and play all over, mostly the St. Pete area, Tampa, St. Pete area, but all over the state really we've gone. And I also play with this Grateful Dead tribute act called Unlimited Devotion that plays all over the state.
Wow, man, Greg, that's cool. You know, what a storied past, and you know,
Mhm.
some of the influence you had, and artists that you've performed with and among. Really inspiring, man. And so, you know, as kind of a Grateful Dead also fan myself, and just, you know, you and I are similar in age, I think, in terms of the influences maybe have had in rock and roll and 70s and etc.
Mhm.
What kinds of bands or performers yourself that, you know, that may have inspired you? Who are some of your favorite artists?
Yeah, well, I'm a bass player, so I mean, my favorite artists tend to be bass players. You know, obviously, you know, the obvious ones: Jaco Pastorius, Stanley Clarke, but also more of a rock leaning thing. You know, obviously Phil Lesh of the Grateful Dead, huge influence, and but you know, that my ear immediately goes to the bass, and a lot of my favorite artists are bass players of the guys I just mentioned. Also love, you know, I love singers, love good singers. As far as influences, be hard to really encapsulate it, you know, as far as my favorite singers.
Absolutely. When you've been blessed to have been accompanied by the kind of talent that you've been in good company with, it's pretty amazing. So I understand that. Also, the fact that as a bass player, you know, you're going to aspire toward or be interested in other bass players. That makes sense too. And I think probably when you appreciate another instrumentalist like yourself, you know, you can pick up on some of their nuances, and they get integrated into your own style. And so I appreciate that too, brother. Now let me ask this question. You know, out there in the St. Petersburg market and playing locally, what do you have coming up in the near future?
This weekend we got playing at the Abbey in Orlando, and we're part of this big Grateful headlining this Dead Fest in Lakeland, Florida on Saturday night. And that's this weekend. And you know, next weekend, Friday night, we got or every other Thursday night we play this Grand Central Brew House in St. Pete. We're also playing the Ale and Witch next Friday. And I'm playing usually 3 or 4 nights a week.
That sounds killer, man. Well, you're right at it, you know, and you are a master of your craft. And so let me ask this question. What about social media? Do you use your social media to promote your gigs?
I do, but probably not very effectively. And, you know, we have somebody else trying to help us with that. But yeah, we had, you know, the Joint Chiefs and Unlimited Devotion, you know, obviously have Facebook pages, and, you know, they're on the web. I believe there's an Instagram account for Unlimited Devotion. But yeah, I do try to use social media, but I need help with that.
I understand, man. Well, listen, you know, you are an expert on the bass, so look at somebody else maybe to hit the buttons on the social media gig for you. But nevertheless, man, I really appreciate meeting with you and hearing about, you know, some of those relationships you've had over the years and how you're still at it, you know what I mean? And turning people on to Dead music and also your own. And it's really inspiring, Greg. Thanks, man, for being with me. I want everyone to tune into the social media links you find below for Greg Koerner and look for him rising on the FENIX360 app. And
Thank you, John.
brother. Really
appreciate
connecting with you, man.
Appreciate you more.
All right. Peace, Greg.
Thanks.
Thank